Welcome to video 3 of the Improved Advanced Foreman Training. If you haven't signed up for the software yet, you need to surf over to constructiontoolware.com and sign up for the free trial. When you do, you'll be emailed everything you need to follow along in this class. Today, we're going to talk about the estimate, and you need to listen up because this is important. Let me start with a short story so you'll know where I'm coming from. This was me as a young foreman. I never knew how fast my crew needed to move in order to build a profitable project. My company didn't provide me with any information to tell me whether I was succeeding or not. So I just waved my arms, stomped my feet, and yelled, "Hurry the hell up," all day. Maybe you can relate to that. One day I had to drop by the shop to talk to the contractor. I had a journeyman with me, so when I got there, I asked him to grab a whole hog, and I'd be right back. When I returned, I asked him if he grabbed the whole hog, and he said no, there weren't any in the tool crib. He said the only drill there was the dentist drill. Well, I had no idea what a dentist drill was, so I asked him, "What's a dentist drill?" He said, "You know, that old metal drill." This contractor had an old metal 3/4-inch chuck Milwaukee hole shooter. Wasn't a piece of plastic on it. And if it hung up while you were drilling, it would twist your arms up like a pretzel. So I asked him, "Why do you call it the dentist drill?" And he told me, "That's what everybody calls it, because it's a bitch to work with." When he said that, it forced me to take a long look in the mirror. And I decided he was right. So I started reading books the next day. I read everything I could find that I thought would help make me a better foreman. I read for years, and I learned a lot of methods for managing people better. But I still didn't know how fast I had to move to build a profitable project. So I kept waving my arms and stomping my feet and yelling, "Hurry the hell up." Then one day I met this old foreman, and what he showed me was so powerful that it changed my life forever. He showed me a copy of an estimate and how he could extract certain material like 1/2-inch EMT with fittings and supports and determine how long it should take his crew to install 100 feet of it. Then he'd time his crew to make sure they were meeting that tempo. Not too scientific, but effective. So I studied estimating. Unfortunately, we didn't have the internet and YouTube back then, so I read books and taught myself to estimate. Then I landed a job as an estimator, not because I wanted to be an estimator, because I wanted to have access to software that would let me refine my methods of breaking down estimates in a way that would enable me to schedule and track my projects without waving my arms, stomping my feet, and constantly yelling, "Hurry the hell up." Since that time, 30 years ago, I've created my own estimate for every project I've ever built as a foreman or as a construction manager. I do that because I know my numbers better than any customer who hires me. On my last project, I gave that contractor back $400,000 before I ever started his project because I knew I didn't need it. This is the power of building your own estimate. You need to learn how to estimate too, and you need to find a way to compile your own estimates. If you want to be the best foreman in the field, you may need to create your own estimate for the project you intend to manage. I've covered all this in my basic foreman training. If you need a refresher, go back and study those videos. So stop your crying, tuck your nuts in your sock, and accept this fact. Glory does not come easy. But I will tell you this much, it'll buy you a newer truck or a bigger house. Do you want to be mediocre or do you want to be the best? I'm showing you how to be the best. If you stick with me and do as I suggest, we'll put your project on autopilot. Not only will you be building more profitable projects, you'll also know your numbers better than the company you work for and have a lot less stress doing it.